Hi, everybody. This is Joe Starkey. You may know me for a call of the play when Cal beat Stanford in the 1982 big game. You know, the band was on the field, yada, yada. I was the voice of Cal football for 48 years and also called 49er games for 22. But did you know I also called games for the Pittsburgh Penguins? Some guy named Mike Lange, who, by the way, is from Sacramento, took over, and he just quit a couple of years ago.
Elvis has definitely left the building.
What a bonanza. You're watching Bay Area Sports Wrap.
Shutting the door and giving us a chance there, and I thought we did a good job responding to that.
Look, your confidence level must be really high with the play you made to set up the second goal. That's a play that a confident guy makes. Is that safe to say?
Yeah, I mean, I think definitely confidence is high right now for that stuff. I'm just trying to play off my instincts and make whatever play I think is there, and lucky enough that it worked out.
How do you think your line's been coming together over the last couple of weeks? Obviously, there's been a good amount of production.
Yeah, I think we're kind of figuring each other out more and more each game. Obviously, anytime you're playing with new guys, it takes a couple games to kind of fully understand where each guy wants to be in certain situations. But I've probably done a good job, and I'm just gonna keep it going. Yeah, no worries.
Solid game as well, really kind of helping you guys out with some pucks.
Yeah, I think he's a really smart player. He's easy to play with. He works really hard as well to get pucks back, and he's very predictable, so I really like playing with him.
You had a breakup scoring chance in the second period, like right in front of the net. Do you know what I'm talking about? Can you just walk me through that? Yeah, I think just we were all kind of tired and just kind of a breakdown. They got an odd man rush and just try to get back and just take my guy, and lucky it stayed out, so yeah.
Tristan, you had to make some big saves early in the game. Did you feel it early, or was that maybe a momentum builder for you?
I think just the last couple of games just been obviously working on getting a good start. I think that was one of the things that I wanted to improve from last year, was improving my starts for the team. And I think this year Artie and I have done a good job of that.
How do you go about improving your start?
I think it's just a mentality. Going out there with the confidence and standing tall and being able to know that you're going to make those first saves, and I think that's something that's changed this year.
You had a big toe save on Misa, I think, in the second period. Can you just walk through what you saw on that?
I think they were driving wide, and then he threw it to the middle, and he was able to get a quick shot off, and I was just luckily able to get it with my toe. He's a very decisive player, and he got the shot off really quick.
It's a low-scoring game. How nice is it when you're playing a tight game like this, and then Sidney's able to give you guys the lead on a goal like that?
Yeah, I think the team's done a really good job this year, kind of just playing with momentum and kind of protecting those leads when we have them. I think we've done a much better job this year, is just protecting in front of the net and protecting all the scoring chances, and we've done a really good job in putting the puck in key times.
What was it like to go up against net? I mean, obviously you guys are friendly guys. Your time together, but you guys both played really well in this game.
Yeah, it was. I think it was kind of the goalie's dream, just kind of keep it 1-0 as long as possible. But obviously we're great friends, and we had a great time here together, and I think we really enjoyed each other. And I think it's a tough business when you lose someone like that. He was a great person, a great player, and great for this team. And I think to see him on the other side and play against him, it was special tonight.
Were you trying to score to pass him on the all-time goal list?
The puck kind of came in, and I took my shot. It wasn't very good, but I tried.
Nothing new for you, but when you're playing on a team like this, where you guys are, kind of like a national team, is it pretty cool when you guys get the kind of support you get on the road, even here in San Jose?
Yeah, it's cool. Everywhere we go, we have a good fan base. I think it showed tonight. It showed the whole road trip, really. Everywhere we go, we have a great fan base, and I think that starts with Sidney. He brings a lot of fans with him, and it's always nice when we come to places like these and we have the support that we do.
Dan, I asked you to zoom out a little bit and look at the whole trip. What did you like about the way your team played on this trip? You guys went 2-1, and did you learn anything about your team over the last week here?
Yeah, I think probably big takeaway is just the way we stuck with it, in these tight games. Especially after the first one, it's a close game in Anaheim, and we don't like the results. But we walked out of there feeling like there was some positives too to take away from it. And then you go into these games, which every game's been different, but just being in these close games and the way that we're playing it. Even tonight, you got some key special team situations there at the end. Some really good situations for us to be in, for this time of year, and to come out of there with the points again tonight. It's something to build off of, and the season's still really young. We're still in the early stages, but I think that we're seeing some of that foundation being built for what we want to continue to build on.
Yeah, and even though it was a low-scoring game, I thought there were a lot of chances both ways, especially in the first half of the game. It was pretty wide open. Does that speak to how sharp Tristan was all night?
Yeah, I thought Tristan was awesome tonight. He had to make some big saves early, and you know what to expect coming into this building. They're really dangerous in transition, and so I thought you saw a lot of sequences there during the game where it became a little bit run and gun both ways. We'd be trading chance for chance, but they were dangerous looks going on both sides. I talked about that before. It's something we want to continue to look at, and how we're playing at both ends of the ice. But some big saves, which and some big moments there for him in tonight's game.
Even as long as Sidney's been playing, when he scores on a goal like that, does it just kind of amaze you about how he's able to always kind of just come through with a big play?
Yeah, no, I think every day is something else amazes me. So yeah, it's you see it there. He's just big moments. He's rising up to him, and so it was back and forth there, and it was that was a huge part of the game tonight is getting on the board first, and so that was a big goal. And he finds a lot of different ways to score.
Also, I heard a stat on the Sharks radio. Apparently, whenever Sidney and Malkin score, you guys are almost undefeated. I mean, how big is that when those two guys are able to get together on the score sheet?
Oh, I think it's big. I mean, it's they mean so much to this team. They mean so much to this organization, to the city. They've been doing it for together for 20 years with Tanger, and so it's always big. Yeah.
Ben Kendall looked like he was flying out there tonight. What could you say about his play?
Yeah, no, it's another good step for him, and especially against this was a little bit. We knew coming in here this was going to be a little bit of a different type of game for him. Not just for him, but for him and for Brunick, coming in, I think they're starting to learn now that every night's going to look a little bit different. Every team's going to look a little bit different. Some of them it's going to be heavier, and the games are going to be more kind of that feel of playing in the trenches, and then others are going to feel like more of a track meet. And tonight's game, we had a feeling, and it was a little bit more of that track meet feel. But I thought he did a good job, on both sides of it. I think especially probably he's not getting enough credit for how well he can play there and how much he's growing away from the puck.
Justin Brazeau seemed to have a lot of puck touches tonight and a pretty good helper. What are your thoughts on his game and how it's coming along?
I think it's been pretty much every night. He's a guy that's earned trust there at both ends of the rink. And he's a guy that we think this was the hope, this was the belief in him, and he's just gone out there and shown it that he's going to be a guy that can be relied on in a lot of different situations, and he's a guy that he's going to be able to go out there and help create offense. And you can see too, it's not a guy his size, you sometimes think, all right, it's just going to be those net front goals, it's not the case. He's shown he can create in different ways. He can create off the rush. He's got great poise, great hands, and so it's been a really solid start for him.
Thanks, Coach.
Hi, it's Sharks public address announcer Danny Miller for Bay Area Sports Wrap. Remember to give us a like and subscribe on our YouTube channel.